Hey, is this Tara?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to go to sleep. What's up?
I missed your phone call by about 20 minutes. I was taking a
Ah,
shower.
that's cool. I'd rather you not answer on your own bathroom.
Right?
Looks like I'm cool with that.
Right. How's Destiny?
Doing good? Just get big?
Well, I need to get some questions answered by Mom. I'm gonna try to build a civil case against the state of Colorado and the Bollinger family.
Well, I'll pass the message along. Do you want me to give her your number? She can
Yep.
call you whenever, whatever.
Yeah, I need her to, even if she just communicates it to you, I need to know when it was that Detective Peterson told her that I didn't kill Natalie.
Okay,
She told me it was
I'll try
just
and
a couple
remember
of
that.
days after.
Cause she's not talking to me right now.
Yeah. Well, she said it was just a couple of days after um Natalie disappeared. They told her that because she had called him, and my dad told me that she called him and told him the same thing, but neither one of them talked to me.
Okay, I will see what I can do, but Mom's pissed with me right now. Well, not pissed. She's just not agreeing to me moving to where I'm moving to.
Well, I'm glad you're moving. I hope you're moving out of Chapel.
Yeah, I'm going to Potter.
Oh, well, at least you know people in
Hey,
Potter.
how can you pass up a free house, dude?
You're getting a free house? You lucky
Um,
dog.
yeah, and my mom doesn't understand that well. I'm not getting the house. Destiny is getting the house when she hits 18 or 19, depending on what the state of Nebraska is to own a house.
Well, that's definitely cool. Plus, it might be a better school. I don't know.
I've been wanting to get her out of chapel for a while now. So it's kind of a answer to prayer multiple ways for me, and answer to prayer for Amber. So yeah,
So is Mom still living in Iowa?
yeah.
Good. I can't actually go to Nebraska.
No, really.
Yeah, they went out of their way to do everything they could to cover up for the crooked cops in that town.
Mm.
Everybody's pissed off at them as far as I know. Well, not everybody. I guess there's quite a few people in that town that hate me now. I'm pretty used to it. But yeah, I needed to get whatever information Mom had about that, and then anything she can remember about me being in Centennial Peaks and the medications, Mount St. Vincent's, anything like that.
Okay.
How many
If
meds I
she
was
even
on.
remembers anything, because
She does.
she's dealing with her own stuff, fighting that woman on Grandpa. So
She's fighting somebody
yes.
about Grandpa.
Well, the woman just was after Grandpa's money. She
So
didn't
it's
actually
Mom.
love Grandpa.
Mom didn't love Grandpa either.
Well, true that, but I mean, anyway.
Between the two of them, he did enough stuff that's fucked up to Mom that she probably deserves something. So Mom's
Well,
fighting with
she's
some
supposed to
crazy
get
woman.
10%, and Uncle Greg is supposed to get 10%, and then whatever is left goes to that lady.
Well, Mom will probably get it. She's pretty good about getting money out of men. Of course, if she's got to argue with a woman, that woman might be more vindictive than Mom, although I doubt it.
I don't know what Twyla is. Just the whole situation was crazy. Me and her were fine. We got along. We didn't have any issues. But I think it's because I wasn't staying there either. But that's my
Well,
so.
I'm sorry I wasn't there to help you out. I had a bunch of crap go on in Colorado.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
There was a
But
bunch
listen,
of. Go
but
ahead.
listen to this, Sean. All right, so all I have to do to get the house, well, my job. is to personal care for somebody who is in a wheelchair, but he can still do limited stuff, and he's on oxygen. So I just basically got to do stuff that requires a whole lot of walking for him. And then all I got to do is take care of the house and the dogs and the cats, and I'm good.
Well,
And
you know how
Destiny,
to take care of dogs?
Yeah, me and Destiny can have as many animals as we want, and whatever kind of animals, all except for no tarantulas or spiders of any kind, no
Well,
snakes, and no rats.
you
And
know,
I told Amber I was okay with that.
you
That
know,
is my landlord, by the way.
I figured that. You know how to clean houses, and you know how to take care of animals, so I guess that's probably a
Right?
pretty simple task.
Super simple.
Yep.
And if anything should happen to Amber before Destiny hits that age for Nebraska to own a house, if Amber should die or something, then it will go to me until Destiny hits that age.
Well, hopefully Amber lives forever.
Right? The funny part is Amber is Riley's soon-to-be ex-wife.
So she'll be alive for a while.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Well, and the other thing is Riley can't step foot on the property, so he can't just show up whenever he wants to. He can't just harass me and whatever else. And Marie can't come over either.
So that definitely means Riley Sr. can't show up.
She's always just showing up. It's like, really, you gotta call me.
Riley Sr.'s the one I'd be afraid of, though.
Oh, he just recently had a heart attack, so I'm not worried about it right now.
Well, I suppose I'll wish him all good health. I like Marie. She's nuttier than
Marie's
squirrel
alright,
turds,
but she's a confusing lady, that's all I gotta say.
I always liked her, and I always liked Riley. I always liked Randy. But that didn't stop me from coming up here or driving to Nebraska when I heard that you disappeared.
Right.
You know, I spent 2 days driving around Nebraska trying to find you. Mom told me later that she knew
I
where you
was
were the
still
whole
in
time.
Nebraska. Where was I? Oh, I can't remember. I was at least 4 hours away from Sydney.
Oh, I'm glad you were able to get somewhere safe like that.
Yeah, the Doves people helped me out.
That freaked me out bad. You know, I was wearing a Dubs shirt for most of last year. I wore it underneath everything else. I certainly did.
Yeah, they helped me out quite a bit after all that situation with Riley.
See, I'm always sad about the lack of services for men, but I'm always glad that there are services like that for women. There should be more services like that, though. I mean, did you know they took out the women's shelter in Sydney? They did that like over a decade ago. You still there? Terry, you still there?
I'm still here. Sorry, I think my mom's going crazy on me for some reason.
That's all right. Yeah, they had 7 houses donated for a women's shelter there in Sydney, and all 7 of those houses are just sitting getting rotten. They said it's 'cause there's no funding. They could sell a couple of those houses and get the funding.
Right. So they have like what? You said 7?
Yep.
They could sell at least 3, maybe 4, and still have enough to at least start off with until they get, more funding, and then go from there. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, it's all red tape. That's the problem, is that they don't have shit for victims of domestic violence or sexual abuse, and it's definitely non-existent for boys. For boys, they tell them you just need to suck it up, you need to shut up and not say
Move on.
nothing, and
That's wrong.
right, exactly. So for me, trying to educate people on all of this and how fucked up it is, and how there's a lot of people who go through this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the stereotypical person who goes through that, they go through it the way that mom did, with it being your dad. And for
Right.
me, you know, it was being in the system. And that's completely different. Like a lot of the girls that I was locked up with were cutters, and most of them they cut on themselves because their dad was doing stuff to them and their mom wouldn't listen.
Right.
And most of these girls, they don't hate their dads, they hate their moms. Like, that's fucked up.
Right.
But that's the major thing is that, I mean, hearing about Andrew and Amy and all of that scenario over there, like, that's so fucked up.
Right. Yeah, it is.
He needs to get off the drugs. I'm sure if he was sober, he wouldn't be like that.
Well, some of it is he's fucked up his brain. Yeah. There was a coke ball or something, some kind of hardcore drug, and he thought it was a piece of candy, and he ate the whole damn thing.
Well, he's been smoking meth for, well, since before him and Amy got together. He's been smoking meth since he was with Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Brock couldn't get him to go to work unless he friggin' lit one up with him. I was like, man, I can't hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Like for me, I didn't even, you know, get into that stuff. When I tried it, it was for like 30 days, and I slept through that 30 days under Matt Worley's bed over at the hotel. That was, you remember the first time I went to Boulder in like 2003 or 2004?
Something like that.
Yeah, that was because Matt Worley stole a bunch of his mom's tools and sold them for meth. I was like, fuck, if these guys are stealing from family, they're not my friends anymore. They're the drugs now.
Yeah.
And that's when I ran down there and saw Rabbit. I ran into the Pearl Street Mall on accident. I had a few people scream at me, "Hey, Rabbit!" I was like, "I'm not Rabbit, dude. You look just like Rabbit with your haircut." But yeah, I guess I need Mom to write down as much as she can, or maybe give me a call because I need to.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
see what I can do if she's even going to talk to me. She's not happy with this decision. She thinks Amber's going to, leave me in the lurch and basically I have to pay everything.
Well, that could happen, but you got it covered if that does.
I do, when she's paying me to take care of her dad.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I look at it like this. You know, I believe in being good to people. You believe in being good to people. Eric believes in being good to people.
Well, yeah, but the house situation, Sean, was to the point of it was disgustingly, it should have been abandoned or condemned or whatever it's called.
So it needs work.
It's disgusting. It was. I cleaned it up quite a bit. But when I first got there to start doing cleaning, it was bad. Dog poop everywhere, dog pee everywhere. And the lady had the litter box right next to the vent, so the litter box smell went throughout the whole entire place. Yeah. With 8 cats, that's a bit much. That is potent.
You gonna
That's
bleach
killer.
vomit?
And this guy's on oxygen, so.
You gonna bleach vomit with some Clorox wipes?
Yeah.
I'd get every surface. That's just nasty.
Yeah, no, I planned to, but we had to get the lady that was supposed to be taking care of the house and everything did nothing but sit on her phone and just whatever. Like, she did nothing. It took me 2 weeks to try and get her stuff going to get her moved out. If it hadn't been for Eddie and his girlfriend and his mom happened to show up at a time that I needed them,
Right.
and they helped me get her situated. Like, we spent a good 9 to 10 hours sorting her stuff. Coming to find out, she ended up having more stuff than she said she had. Not only that, she kept adding stuff. She kept rearranging the boxes, which was throwing off my packing dude on how he was going to pack it into this itty-bitty truck. She should have gotten a bigger truck.
Mm.
Then this crazy lady wanted to put the cats in the kennels, or the carriers, and stick them in the back of the U-Haul.
That's not a very nice lady.
Right?
Well,
like,
you're
those
definitely...
things are airtight for the most part, aren't they? From what I'm told.
Well, even
Plus,
if
they wouldn't
weren't
have any
airtight.
access to food or water.
And it's a lot bumpier back there.
Mm-hmm. And what if some stuff should fall over and crush them in those containers? You know?
Well, I always liked having the pets up front with me. I don't know why.
Well, she has to have certain cats separated or they fight. And so trying to have in the front of the truck, it had stuff in there to the point of where it had her medication, the stuff that she was going to use for the next few days until she could get settled where she's going. And so that left her, she could have put one kennel in there, but she didn't want to put all her cats in one kennel. She wanted to put them in 3 different kennels. Then come to find out, she was trying to take a cat that wasn't even hers. Not only that, but some of the stuff that's in the house that is there is somebody else's, and they're just using it for storage until they can come down, which they're coming down next month to get it. So that's not going to be a problem too much longer. But until then, she was trying to take their stuff as well.
Well, I look at it like this. If you guys are in Potter, that's a little bit closer to me, and you guys can drive to Wyoming and see me sometimes.
Yeah,
not that you'll ever have the money, but...
Where you at right now?
Cheyenne.
Okay.
I'll probably be here a while. I got warrants in Colorado, warrants in Nebraska. I'm trying to get a legal case together so I can go back there.
Got it.
They got a lot of really messed up stuff they did, and people keep treating me like I'm crazy. Like, no, I'm not the only one who went through this. I got plenty of friends and family that grew up in the system.
We know.
Right.
That's the part that sucks, is some people just are too stupid to really fully pay attention to what's actually going on.
Indeed. And a lot of them, well, it's out of sight, out of mind. I mean, a lot of people don't realize what all we went through. So when they think about it, it's not a situation that they put themselves in our shoes. They have nothing to even compare it to except shit on TV.
That's what I was just going to say, like stuff on TV. People believe more of the bullshit and lies on TV than they do actually what is actually fucking really going on.
Right, exactly. Like all the
and they hide a lot of the stuff that they don't want people to know about or see. And then when people do find out about it, they're like, oh, well, how come this wasn't on the news? Because they're hiding it from you. And other people use other channels to get that stuff out, you know?
It sucks that I had to use other channels. I'd rather just been honest in court. Instead, I gotta try to be honest with the whole world. Although I am pretty good at it. Somebody has to be honest and
lie and then have to figure out what I was lying about again.
Right, exactly.
It's just a bunch of trouble. Get it out. If it is something bad, at least be honest about it, get it done and over with instead of dragging it on and then continuing with the lie, and then eventually when you do find out about it, yeah, you're more pissed than you would have been if you would have just been straight and honest with me in the first place.
Exactly. Like me, I told all my worst sins on Facebook right before Natalie was killed. A lot of people tried to tell me, Sean, you did this and you did that, and I'll tell everybody if you tell on me. I'm like, you can't hold that over my head. I already admitted to it.
Right?
And people don't get that. Like, it's not that I don't feel shame, because if I do something wrong, yeah, I feel shame. But I apologize because I don't get embarrassed. And that's what most people don't understand. I literally do not get embarrassed. I don't know why I don't have that emotion, but, I guess.
Some people have some, and some people don't have others. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
Well, on the bright
Everybody's
side,
different.
as long as you're getting a place and Miss Destiny's got a safe place to be. And I do love Marie. I do get how she can get
Well,
on
do
your
you
case a
know of
bit,
anybody
though.
who works in pitbulls?
I wish I had a place. I'd take one.
So right now, Sean, I'm dealing with 15 pitbulls
How did that happen?
by accident. All the litters that this person has dealt with, because they put the male and the female next together, in cages next to each other, not thinking they'd be able to breed. And then they're trying to figure out why they were having puppies. And I come to find out that they can breed through cages.
Well,
And I told my landlord that, and she's like, "Oh, well, that explains some things."
yeah, it wasn't Jesus and some immaculate conception. They were doinking. But I don't
Because
know.
they were, keeping close eyes on them, keeping them separate, as in putting them in cages, not thinking they're, especially the wire ones. Now, if it would have been the plastic ones, it might have not been so easy. But with the wire foldable ones, it's so much easier for them to get together.
Well, you can talk to Terry Duffield about that. I mean,
Yeah, no, she's the one that told me about it.
well,
Yeah.
they're very specific breed. A lot of people want them for fight dogs, but really they're extremely lovable. So, I mean, there's a lot of places that do adopt them out.
I did some research on it, and they're nanny dogs. They're not fighting dogs.
Right.
They were bred and meant for taking care of kids and protecting the house, like Saint Bernards. They're nanny dogs. They have a lot of energy, depending on how you take care of them, for one. But these guys haven't been walked. These guys, some of the puppies have no idea what a leash is. They have no idea how to walk on a leash. One of them is so afraid that she literally turns into a statue dog. Like, you can pick her up and she's not moving one way or another. No matter how you pick her up, she's not moving.
I'll tell you what. I'll see what I can come up with tomorrow and the next day. I'll try to get a hold of you Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening, and I'll see what I can come up with to try to foster. I don't know how many.
I need to find homes for at least 2 of the puppies. I do have homes for the others. I'm just waiting for them to come and pick up their stuff and the dogs.
All right.
And like I said, that'll be sometime next month.
Well, as long as you only have to deal with them that long. That is a lot of puppies, though.
Well, we have 3 adult dogs, and then we have 3 puppies that are about 6 months old. And then the newest litter, they're about 6 weeks old. So they're going to be getting close to being needing a home soon before things get too crazy, as it already is, because the older dogs have no training. I mean, some the older ones, the 3 older ones, they have some training, but the training that they've had is not the way I want to deal with them. Let me just put it that way.
They haven't been handled enough. They don't go for walks. They don't brush up on their sit and stay and all that enough.
Well, it got to a point I had to separate them all to give them all any kind of attention. You give one attention, you're mobbed, literally. to the point of where their claws are cutting you open because they're trying to get attention. One of them keeps jumping up my back and pulling my hair. No matter how I have it, I don't know how she does it, but she does.
All right. Well,
like they're jumping all over the place. And the little itty bitty puppies were getting squished because of it, and they were too small to be out there with them big dogs anyway. And so I made a pin for that. So.
Well, it's getting pretty late here, and the people that I'm staying with, they get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So I should probably let you go.
Yeah, I gotta get up early and get Dustin to school, and then go to Potter, do some work.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I love you lots. Be safe.
Yeah, you too. You too.
Give Destiny a hug for me, and when you see Riley, tell him I miss him.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Terry.
Bye.
That's my little sister, Tara. She's getting a lot better with animals, which is a good thing. Or at least I think it's a good thing. I suppose it all depends on who you ask. The stories I told are true. There's a lot of people that are mad at me. Most of them are mad at me for telling true stories about them. But they're still true stories. And most of them, I wouldn't have had to tell true stories about them if they hadn't told untrue stories. Little harmless white lies that you don't think will hurt nobody. That's how most of them looked at it at the time, anyway. Now they're shaking in their little boots. Well, not really. They did a good job of ganging up on me. A good job of trying to destroy everything that I had to say. Trying to paint a one-sided picture and keep me separated from my loved ones, even on Facebook, even by telephone. I didn't deserve this cruelty, and neither